We're going live on this. Getting the camera. I don't want to have... I'll move this back. The whole idea is to me not look fat on camera. Here. I look fat there. I look fat there. I don't look as fat there. Hold on 1 second. I look fat. Hold on. I feel fat. If you feel fat, you look fat.
It's all my.
I don't want to look that way.
I feel you.
Because I notice it. I notice it.
It's all about how you feel.
I know I'm not fat, but this shirt makes me look fat, and I feel fat.
Because it's Valentine's Day.
Probably. Maybe. Can they hear your voice on it if I go to you?
Yeah. Yep. I have put I set up the microphone.
Oh, so you're ready for the moment.
Yep.
All right, let me get my feet comfortable. We're in a brand new studio, folks. Now, I don't have to wear headphones. Calling Howard, I saw him, he doesn't wear headphones. I don't need...
You don't have to. But you do if you make a phone call or anything.
All right, well, we'll see if I do. I may or I may not. Okay, now how does it look on the... I'm getting comfortable. This is a new chair. We're high up. So I have to get comfortable with this. How do we look? You see spots. I know. You see spots on the lens. Other than that, can you hear me in the periscopes? Can you hear me in the periscopes? This will be a 45-minuter. I don't have a guest today. I'm going to play off. I really need the Periscope audience. And I haven't done my Red Bull. I probably need some kind of caffeine. But we're gonna make this happen. We'll do the baseball card game. We're ready. Okay, you can hear me loud and clear. I feel good. I think we're pretty good. Brand new studio. We have a swig of water. Okay, here we go. Okay, you can start. You can press record. Emma, please press record. We are recording. What's the name of the show? The Festival of Fun, Festival of Some. I gotta keep sports out of it right now. Okay, we're here we go. Here we go. This is it. This is it. Did you just turn me down? 2, 2, 2, 1. Here we go. Did you just turn me down a little bit?
Just a little bit.
Because I hear some static. Okay, let me hear that. Okay, that sounds better. Now it sounds good.
Good?
Yeah. Now, is your mic open over there?
Yes, it is.
Now, what is it like when it's not open? Let me hear.
Like that.
Can't tell the difference. I hear like a little buzzing, not buzzing, like a little hissing in the background on these headphones.
It might just be those headphones because I don't hear it. It also might be the aux cord being open. I can turn it
Yeah.
off.
I mean, it's not unbearable, but it is noticeable. There's like a humming static. It's not bad.
Is it gone? Or is it
It's better.
I think it was the aux cord.
It's a little better. It's a little better. Okay, here we go. We'll go ahead and start this. We're on Periscope too. Here we go. We'll start when I do my 3, 2, 1. That's when I start. When I go 3, then you can press double record. Brody, we're already recording. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes, you got it. It's Stephen, Brody Stevens, back here again, podcasting, periscoping, all things comedy, the Festival of Sports, here in the San Fernando Valley, Burbank, California, brand new studio. You are hearing a person, a man, a male, a human speak into a microphone in a brand new setting. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're feeling. That's what you're picking up. I also would probably need some kind of Red Bull to help with me in thinking, but I'm going to rely. I don't have it. I will rely on my Periscopers who are watching at home. You're listening to a podcast. You're watching a Periscope. You are home. It's Valentine's Day right now when you hear this. I'm just going to give you a timestamp. Valentine's Day, 2018, year of the dog. My Chinese zodiac is the dog. It's up to me, and that's what we're doing. Philadelphia Eagles, they were underdogs. They wore the dog masks. They won the Super Bowl. I don't know if anybody else made that connection. You're speaking and listening to Stephen Brody Stevens. Today, I will not have a guest. Aaron, my producer, has taken the day off, or he's on assignment. Is that what we like to say? We have Emma in here. So Emma's helping us, getting us through. She's working, doing her thing at the brand new All Things Comedy Studio and Production Center. I'm getting the table's comfortable. The mics seem brand new. I don't know if they just transferred them over, but they smell good. I don't.
The same mics as at the old studio.
Oh well, maybe they washed the.
Oh, but maybe they're new versions of the old one.
They don't smell. I'm not saying they smell nice. They don't smell, but I'll tell you what, the overall room smells good. It has wood. Wood smells good.
Smells like fresh, clean wood.
Smells like fresh, clean wood. A little bit of a leather feel, and to be honest, the mics, there is a scent. There is, and the color scheme in here is good. It's a little, I mean, they're constructing. This does look like a street in the city of Bangkok. There's constant construction happening. They may never get done with the project, but you know what? It looks like all the permits have been signed. It's Burbank, and the studio's coming along. You're listening to Stephen Brody Stevens, All Things Comedy, Festival of Fun. You know what? I'll bring Brenton in. I'll talk to Emma. I will take Periscope interaction. I am a stand-up comedian. It seems like I haven't been here for ages, like 2 weeks. Did we have a show last week? Yes, we did. You know what? Before Emma could answer, I answered it already on my own. Yes, we had a show. We already had a show. And you would think when you're busy, things speed up. Like, whoa, I was just here. I'm so busy. For some reason, I'm busier, but it's slowed down. That's how in the moment I am. I'm one of those guys who shows when the stress is on, when it's, I don't say stress, when it's crunch time, I stay in the zone. I actually slow it down. That's what they say about Michael Jordan. He'd be in the zone and they slow it down. So the busier I get, I slow down. I just gather my thoughts. I'm able to do things. I'm able to forget things on a more consistent basis. Tonight, Valentine's Day, will I be on a date? No. Did I call my mother yet? No. Does that make me a bad son? Not good. Did I send my mother? I dropped the ball. I dropped the ball with Mom, and I apologize. And I'll tell you what, because here's another thing. I'm dropping the ball with charging. I have one device here ready to go. The other device, not charged. I'm periscoping on my phone. How do I call my mom? Through my phone. Hey, I'd love to see you guys have Stephen Brody Stevens talk to his mother. That's not going to happen today because I didn't charge. I'm not thinking. I'm not planning ahead. But I'm coming here from a different direction. I'm out in Simi Valley. I'm out on the 405, the 118. It's a different, I'm working. I'm basically actually on another show, and I can talk about it. I can say, hey, I'm doing this podcast here, All Things Comedy, Stephen Brody Stevens. It's comedy, it's sports, it's life, it's that sort of thing. I also, because guys are on different networks. I'm on different networks. I do Barstool Sports. That's 11 to 1 daily. That's Dallas Braden. I do that. I do this once a week, and I do stand-up comedy. Tonight I'll be at the world-famous Comedy Store at 11:30. Everybody's on dates. I'm not on dates. I'm entertaining the dates, and I'm okay. I would like to be social. I may have some dates. I may have Friday off because I was supposed to be in Arizona and I may not be going. I was supposed to be in Arizona on Saturday. I may not be going. So I asked for those nights off at the Comedy Store. So I don't have a spot and I might just go, I don't know. I would say see a movie, but I don't know if I can see a movie. I can't tell you. I don't know. I think that the whole Hollywood thing, and I don't want to get political, and I'm not making a protest like I'm not seeing movies. I haven't gone out of my way to say I'm not seeing a movie. F them. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy who go F them. I'm not watching. Like same thing with football. It's a sports show. Hi everybody, Stephen Brody Sports. You talk about football, and I did not watch football because I was mad. That didn't help. It didn't help. But it was just a natural thing. I didn't make a protest like I'm not watching football. I didn't go on Twitter and say I'm not watching football. Maybe I tweeted out a couple things here and there, but I didn't, it was just my instinct to go, oh, I don't want to be around that. So, why am I saying that? Why am I going where I'm going? I don't know. I need help. I'm here. I'm doing a podcast right now. I'm stand-up comedy tonight. This past weekend, I was in Irvine with David Spade. Those shows went well, but I was nervous. My heart was beating. You know why? Red Bull. You know why? A lot of people. You know why? That's why. You know why? Irvine. So I'm doing Irvine. I'm doing a lot of people. I'm doing an improv. These people, and that's the way it goes. But I'll tell you what, David Spade is a great guy. He's paid for every meal. He is supportive. He likes my jokes. He favors my tweets. He favors my Instagrams, occasional comment. So he said, why don't you come down? So it was kind of cool to see how, a weekend at a famous club, Irvine Improv, there's like 400 people. I think my Sunday show, doing stand-up, there was an opener, Bobby Miyamoto. He did about 10, 12 minutes, and I would come up and I did 20, 25 minutes. And that was funny on Friday night. People liked it, but I was a little frazzled. I think maybe too much caffeine. Maybe it was the 2-hour drive. You get there, and it's like, whoa, I just drove 2 hours. Now I'm on stage in 45 minutes. I had that going on. So I look at my thing, I say, oh, by the way, you're listening to a podcast, and I know I don't have huge numbers, and I'm looking, I have 38 people watching now on my Periscope, and I'm thankful for the 38. To me, I look at that as, hey, I can survive being a professor, teaching. Because I'll tell you what, I believe in me. People don't realize that I've predicted stuff. People don't understand that I'm on the cutting edge of what's happening in Hollywood. The dark side, I've been connected with the Las Vegas shooting. I'm tying that in with Laurel Canyon. I've tapped into that, but I don't get the numbers. I've done pilots. I don't get respect for that. I'm closing the Comedy Store. I don't get respect. People think, oh, Brody, why do you go up at the end? I go up at the end because I get to go long. I'm doing more time than Joe Rogan and Jeselnik combined. You want to play that game with me? Is my tongue can't speak well today? Because I need Red Bull. I'm thirsty is what I need. I need carbonation because I want my stomach to be digested properly. I went to Carl's Jr. this morning. I'm going to go back. I like Carl's Jr. I went to Carl's Jr. I had a biscuit, a large biscuit. Hash browns were a little greasy, I'll be honest with you, but the coffee was delicious. I'm going to tell you this right now. The coffee that I had today, forgive me if I get emotional. The coffee that I had today at Starbucks, Brody, you're doing an emotional scene and you goof that up too. What's wrong with you? Are you on the Time Warner cable spectrum? Let's try it again. You're listening to Stephen Brody, Stephen Sports. I'll tell you what. I went to Carl's Jr. and I had coffee. I did not have high expectations. I actually went in there thinking, maybe I'll get orange juice. Maybe I will get orange juice. But I said, there's no way Carl's Jr. does not offer coffee. They just must have coffee. They must. I knew they had breakfasts, but they must have coffee. Breakfast, must, coffee. Carl's Jr. is good. I don't know. I don't know why people give Carl's Jr. a hard time. I think you can get a chicken sandwich there with no mayonnaise, no tomato, with lettuce, and they put a nice piece of lettuce. The lettuce at Carl's Jr. is good. And here's another thing. The service is good. The Carl's Jr. on Laurel Canyon, these kids care. They like their job. I go in there at 2 and 3 in the morning. She's happy. I went there today for breakfast. The place is empty. But I'll tell you what, it's clean. It's clean as a whistle. And that coffee was delicious. She offered me 2 creamers, half and half. I said I'd like 3. She didn't question me. She reached down under the counter and pulled out that 3rd half and half creamer. She gave me 3 creamers. And I remember what she said. She said, "My pleasure." And that comforted me, knowing that she took the time to say that. Because you can't, my pleasure takes, just saying it feels, it's pleasurable. Say it. Say it at home. My pleasure. It feels good. I could see why Chick-fil-A, I was thinking, I just wanted an open conversation with her. Did you work at Chick-fil-A? Were you part of the Chick-fil-A cult? Were you there? You would go, when you go to other restaurants and the server says, "My pleasure," that means they escaped the Chick-fil-A cult. They're reaching out. It's code. It's Chick-fil-A code. My pleasure. Because it feels good. It's like being tickled with a feather. Did you enjoy being tickled with a feather? It was my pleasure. Would you like half and half? How many? 2? She gave me 3. They're very nice. So I went to Carl's Jr. Right now, you're listening to Stephen Brody Stevens, who was with David Spade over the weekend in Irvine. Tonight, do I have a Valentine's? I should have sent my mom a card. I love Daisy. I love my mom. I'm doing at morning radio. It's sports. It's Barstool. It's all things comedy here right now. I'm bringing people together with positivity. That's all I can do is be positive. Write jokes. Is my special going to come out in June or July? I believe so. Is my website getting ready to launch? I believe so. Am I gaining weight because I'm not walking enough and Yeah, I believe I am. I believe so. Am I taking apple cider vinegar? Yes. Am I continuing to take BioCell, MSM, and Bone Up? Yes. Yes, I am. I am right now going to look at the Periscope and say hello. I think that was an opening 9-minute monologue opening here on All Things Comedy, Stephen Brody Stevens, with no guests, 31 people watching. How long have I been on for? Emma?
16 minutes and 37 seconds.
That was a 16-minute. I just gave you my set. If I was to do a 15-minute spot in the Comedy Store, I gave it to you. You got laughs, great acting. Let's see what they're saying in the Periscope audience. We have great act. I'm watching it on my phone. It's charging. Pro bono, that's Emma, 16 minutes of pleasure. Thank you, Haley. You know, Haley, a lot of people ask about my audiences. Oh, Brody, you're a blue collar guy. Or, oh, what are you, a Trump guy? Or you this or that? I go, you know what? I'm an honest guy. I give you how I'm honestly feeling. I can't hide it from you. You actually see how I feel. And I've told you, I only have a couple secrets. I think you're allowed to have a couple secrets. So, but my secrets aren't too bad. Let me go. I thought the special had been shelved. Don't ever count Brody out. That's right. It's back. Unbelievable storytelling skills. I was touched. He's the people's comedian. Got to have an ace in the hole. That's right. You got to have an ace in the hole. I'm not sure what that means. I'm just reading the comments right now. But I'll tell you what, this frickin' charging is getting on my nerve. You can go nuts with charging devices. That's how they're getting you nuts, by draining your batteries. They know how to stress people out. That's what Apple's involved in. The battery charging. Nevertheless, what's the other word? They're battery charging. Forget about them recording your imagery and your voice. The drainage of the battery is what's stressful. Go ahead and film me in a compromising position. Just give me battery life. Give me battery life or give me death. I guarantee you I'm going to look at my Periscope screen and see a laugh. They're exploding in pockets. There's an LOL from Bleacher Jeff. He's in Chicago. There's a ha 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 from Haley. She's in Mississippi. I think if you want to, Haley could get in the car or get in the truck, Mississippi. I've never been. And drive straight north and meet Jeffrey at the Mason-Dixon line. They have a Mason-Dixon line. I guess it's north-south. Okay, people are laughing in Seattle, too. Seattle was a great town for me to get started in comedy. It's like, I would always say, don't start in Los Angeles, but there are people who've started in LA. It's times are different now with the internet and I guess all that, but this is a magnet for people. I was so lucky that I went to Seattle to learn about the fundamentals of running a road room. You go on the road, you do learn about comedy. You do get stronger. Everybody would say, you got to go on the road. Bands say it. Comedians say it. Actors say it. So if you're from LA and you go straight to LA, I think that's harder. Just traveling. You want to go do some traveling, number one. But number two, just for growth. But again, not hating on anybody. I would always say that do it your own way, but this is just my opinion. Now, the Barstool Sports, we had some issues there, this and that. But that being said, I got that gig. I got that gig off. No matter how it ends, I'm just telling you, I got a gig. I got a gig and I did another gig. I got 2 good gigs recently, 2 gigabytes of gigs. And it was off Positive Energy. My special, Positive Energy. You just got to keep putting out positive energy. And all I can tell you is, why am I, even if it ends bad, the fact that I got on to the Barstool thing, I cracked that. How did I get that? I got that through Tim Tebow. People don't understand. I was at the Tim Tebow private tryout at USC. Who else was there? Dallas Braden. We talked. We became friends, but just friendly. Didn't hang out. Then Dallas came by the Comedy Store, said hello, boom. Then he got a show. He said, why not have Brody come and try it out? Let's see what happens. Boom. And then I did a couple test shows. They seemed to like it. So now I'm doing that stuff with Dallas over there. We'll see what happens with the baseball. We have the baseball card game. Maybe I can bring the baseball card game over to Barstool. I'm trying to bring people together. I used to separate the National and American League. I bring them together. We eliminate it. We all need to work to one. You want globalism, right? Does everybody want the New World Order? Then everyone has to work together. After and SAG joined, NBA had, I don't know how they are. I'm thinking that's the thing. Let's go back into the comments. Let's look at live comments right now. Baseball card game going big time. That's right. The baseball card game has brought people together. It's something that folks will gather around. It's appointment listening. It's educational. I mean, I could probably even play the baseball card game where I show it to just the Periscope viewers, and then they quiz me, and I try to figure out. That's a way to do it also. So, I mean, let's just see, for example, watch this. Watch this. You're listening to a podcast. You're watching a Periscope. Oh, this guy, who's this guy? Well, this guy is at the Comedy Store tonight. Wouldn't you want that spot? Oh, well, you're just on your 15-minute spot. No, I'm not. I'm going to do 30 to 45. Oh, well, they're just going to give you, the $20. No, they're not. I get a cut of the door. Oh, well, yeah, but you got to park somewhere, right? That's expensive, so you lose your money there. No, I have a parking spot. Well, but yeah, you got to go pay for your Red Bull. You're complaining about it now. What about later? They give me Red Bull. Yeah, but you got to go get your sugar-free. Every who has sugar, they have sugar-free. Well, get out. I won. That's how, you know what? You step to me. You don't do that. I'm a Gemini. I will go rogue. Okay, I'll suffocate you with a yarmulke. You want that game? Because you'll play it. Brody wins again. 34 people watching. Periscope, I went to Paris. I had fun there. Let's now let me reach into the baseball cards. So here's a card. It's Jeff Robinson. This guy's Jeff Robinson. Now, if I put that up right there, you could see, is that backwards to you? Could you tell this is Jeff Robertson, or is it backwards to you? Is this Jeff Robertson, or is it backwards to you? Looks good. Looks good. Is it backwards, though? That's what we're asking the Periscope viewers. Is it backwards? It's forward. It's forward. Can you read it, though? Can you see that this is Jeff Robinson? Can you see that it's Jeff Robinson? Correct. No. Normally, crisp, not backwards. Yeah. Thank you, Smibbly Bibbly. Yes. Bleacher Jeff, Chicago, gets it. So, yes, clear as day. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a complete random card, and I'll tell you what. I don't know what the card is. Now, they're going to say, how does AI work? This is how you outsmart AI. You're going to say, Brody, you have a box of cards. You probably have 1,000 cards in here. You probably know, I'd say, 85% of the cards. Yes, I do. 15% I don't know. Hey, Mr. AI, how are you going to tell I don't know the card? You don't know. So I'm going to reach in right now, pull out a card. I have no idea if I know it or don't know it. So, for a test, I'm reaching in. Okay. Get a paper cup. Okay. Stay with me. I'm not a bad guy. Okay. Reaching in. I have a card. I lost it. It's a birthday card. Okay. I have a card in my hand. I'm going to show, because I'm by myself. It's just me. Aaron he's on assignment. Emma is over in the corner right now. This is just complete going through the medium of Periscope. I'm going to show them the card right now. I cannot see it. The card is cupped in my hand. I am going to show the Periscope. Let's see if they can tell me who it is. I'm not looking at it. Can you guys see who it is in the Periscope? My eyes are closed right now. My eyes are closed. I'm holding up the card. I have no idea if it's upside down, backwards. Now I'm going to flip it over. My eyes are closed. I have no idea who this card is. I don't know if it's a baseball card. I don't know if it's a basketball card. I don't know if it's a complete no-name guy. I have no idea. Now, not looking. Brenton was filming me. We have similar shirts on today, Brenton. Now, let me ask. Anybody here, do you guys see who the card was? Did you guys see because the card, I'm sitting on it right now. I do not, you guys know, Jeff, Bleacher Jeff, do you know who the card is? Okay. I have no idea. Oh, juiced? Is it Jose Canseco? Is it Jose Canseco? I heard juiced. He used to graze in the outfield. No. Jeff, right up Jeff's alley. No. Same initials as me. SS. We are now, it's like we got ignition. It's like we're playing the baseball card game, folks, with Periscope. I have no idea of what I'm sitting on right now. I'm sitting on a card. I closed my eyes. I showed the Periscope audience. This is on a podcast, right? This is essentially a magic trick. We are outsmarting AI. The baseball card game is created another dimension. So now let's see. He's a skin guy. And now it's hard to guess when you're on the Periscope. When they're there, I've got bleached up and juiced. Is it Brett Boone? Look at his engagement. Sammy Sosa. Is it Sammy Sosa? Is it bleached up, juiced? Yes, I got it, ladies and gentlemen. I pull the card out. It's Sammy Sosa right there. I got it. That's how you play the baseball card game. What are the odds that it would be Sammy Sosa, a guy that I hung out with when we were both with the Texas Rangers? That's unbelievable. That's how you play the baseball card game. And you know what? It's addicting. It's like Lay's potato chips. You can't just reach in and have one. You have to have at least two. Are you ready for another round of the baseball card game? Yes, we have Haley. Nobody has said yes. More, please. Jeff is into it. Round 73. Stephen Brody Sosa. Let's do it. We have a couple people into this game. This is the game sweeping the nation. It's called the baseball card game here on All Things Comedy. Your host, Stephen Brody Stevens, from tonight, Valentine's Day 2018, Year of the Dog, my Chinese zodiac sign. I'll be at the Comedy Store. I'm reaching. I have a card. It's in my hand. I'm sitting on the card. There's Sammy. I will close my eyes. I will now close my eyes and present to you the card. Stephen Brody, presenting to you the card. I have no idea if it's a baseball, hockey. It doesn't feel like it's a specialty card. It feels kind of light, actually. There's the card. Drop the card. Do you guys have it? Let me look. Okay. It's a misprint. Do it again. It was Jaime Navarro. I wouldn't have gotten that. I would not have. You would have. Now, let me tell you what, with the baseball card game, this is how you do it. It's kind of putting the bumpers in for the gutter balls. I wouldn't have known Jamie Garcia. You would not have been able to give me any clues on Jaime Navarro. This is Jaime Navarro. Some people had it. Now, when you play the baseball card game, Jeff got it, for example. Jeff knew in the last round it was Sammy Sosa. This round is Jamie Navarro. Let's say three people, or no matter who it was. Let's say it was Sammy Sosa. The last round, you know it's Sammy Sosa. Jeff, or those who, they're almost like administrators. Jeff became the administrator. When you give an early on, yes, I got it, at that point, you kind of control the narrative of the baseball card game. So, that being said, Jeff's in, and then we play. It's activated. Game is activated, but you weren't in there because there's no. It's just a confirmation. So again, you kind of have to outsmart the AI. How does Jeff let others know that, hey, it's Sammy Sosa? In case you don't know. You actually, I mean, it's as simple as closing your eyes. It's as simple as just outsmarting the devices. It's kind of what it is. So Jeff can actually stop down the baseball card game and go, Brody, you're going to close your eyes. I'm going to let the others know who the answer is. So you close your eyes. Again, getting around AI. Now, that's a Sammy Sosa. We all know that. Household name, great guy. We all had the Sammy Sosa Cabbage Patch dolls. Part of our family. Now, I just dropped Jamie Villanueva. Now that, nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know Jamie Villanueva. That's where you can go, that's where we'll have time limits involved, and then you just go into straight name talk. Jamie, you would say, who is Klinger on MASH? I'd go, Jamie Farr. Good. Jamie. Good. You're good. And then you go, think Latino Jamie. And I would go, Jaime. Good. First word, got it. And then you go, basketball. Who won basketball? Think back basketball, 1985 national Villanova. Jamie Villanova. Very close. Villa instead of Villanova, Villaneva. Boom, got it. I mean, you can literally lead me that way. Let me ask right now, you're listening to a podcast, Stephen Brody Stevens, All Things Comedy. This is episode number 20-something. I'm going to check in with the Periscopers and ask them at this point if they are happy with this. I think they might like the Periscope. I'm not sure. But the real answer, what I'm looking for, will they say that a podcaster, listener, will enjoy? And will they enjoy as somebody who is watching the podcast via the Periscope? Let's find out. Again, we are avoiding AI by me going straight to the Periscope through the podcast. How do you avoid AI algorithms in your podcast? It's all podcasts. It's all algorithms. You Periscope the podcast and go through the Periscope. You go beneath the podcast. It's like when you're taking the subway and going from Manhattan to Brooklyn on the L train, you're going underneath the East River. You're putting those cables for all the internet underneath. That's how I do it. Let's ask the Periscopers. How should I feel about this podcast right now that is happening on Valentine's Day 2018? We have 30 people listening. I feel like watching. I feel like 30 people is a fair number to get a temperature. Let's go ahead and find out what they think about this podcast. Super. It's been fun. Not the greatest endorsement. Pishmate. Broadscope infrastructure. Layers of content here. Feel good. Interesting. Layers of content. It's been fun. Hard to 8.18 out of 9. Thank you, Tommy. So that's about it. That's not, when you have the thumbs up, there's a new one. BLK Ops Vet. When I see vet, I respect. Very meta. I appreciate that. And it's not intentionally meta. I thank you, Illuminati. 5-star rating and subscribe. Jared, thank you very much. Turned up to 11. Bleacher Jeff, he's in a band. He sells medals and jewelry. He gets it. Baseball card game was highlight of the week. That's Smibbly Bibbly telling us. Can't take a 50-year-old man in a snap. Okay, you son of a bastard. This is a new era fitted cap. Don't you dare call me 50. 50 is the new 35. And I have wisdom. I was around before the internet. I was around before email. And you can do comedy until you are 90, 100. So back off. I'm not going to let you bring me down. I'm spirit. How old was Mother Teresa? She was old. How old was the Pope? He was old. How old was Gandhi? He was old. So give me a break. jerk. Let's play the baseball card game. I'm reaching in. Oh. I'm holding a card. I have a card in my hand. It's right there. I'm not looking. Closing my eyes, I will share with you the card. Eyes closed, card raised. Card raised, card raised. Turning card around, upside down. Feels glossy. Sharp angles. I'm showing the card right now, the baseball card game, to the Periscope audience. You're listening on a podcast. I'm in Burbank. Right now, I'm nasally in Burbank. I could use apple cider vinegar shots. Singular. I could use a Red Bull right now. Showing the card, putting the card down, hand covering, eyes open. Let's ask the Periscopers if they have the name of the card. Put it back up in the camera. 30% of correct answer. Somebody said Mike something, so now I know it's Mike. You give me the first name Mike. We couldn't see it. Is it Mike Trout? Show again. Show again. Do I show it, or is it Mike Trout? Could it be? I don't think it's Mike Trout. I don't think it's Mike Trout. I don't think I have a Mike Trout. No focus. I'm going to put back up again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm closing my eyes, and I'm bringing the card up to the camera. It's under there. Here we go. The card is up at the camera. The card is up at the camera. Right now, it's up at the camera. Do not tell me who it is if you can tell me who it is. If you can tell me who it is, do not tell me who it is. Please, please, if you could tell me who it is, do not tell me who it is. This is the baseball card game. Whew. Did anybody find out? Did anybody got it? Somebody got it? Got it. Bleacher Jeff got it. He's got to administer. Jeff has activated administration, because he's got it. I have no idea who this is. Now I'm looking for clues. Don't give, make me work a little bit. Make me work a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, you're playing the base. We have a saboteur here, Dirty Beast. Please, it's not Sammy Sosa. Ian Kinsler plays on that guy's team. It would be the Angels. Sammy Sosa with his new face. Office Jeff. He thinks today's players are coddled. Goose Gossage? But he's not on the Angels. He thinks today's... You almost want a wrong answer. You almost want a wrong answer with the Goose Gossage throwout. It's not Goose Gossage. He thinks today's players think sweets. Candy. Candy Maldonado? Candy Maldonado? Defensive catcher, hard one. Gary Carter. He's passed with the late Gary Carter. Don't want to joke about that. It's not Steve Yeager. Candy, catcher. Bruce Bhakti was a... Oh, this is hard. This is how you struggle. You are seeing right now, the baseball card game, there's highs, there's lows. Right now, you're witnessing lows. You're a part of a man who is struggling right now. Catcher, sweet name. Johnny Bench was a famous catcher. That's not sweet. Steve Yeager. Benito Santiago, we add him. I don't think it's him. I don't think it's somebody on the A's. Sweet. Candy, Rose. It's Pete Rose wasn't a catcher. Johnny Bench wasn't. It's got to be somebody we know. Let me ask. I'm going to ask the Periscope audience, is it somebody that I know? Will I know this guy's name? Do I know his name? I'm looking at the Periscope audience. Last name, Candy Bar, same name. A catcher. Is he a catcher? Pretty deep, pull for his name. He's a catcher. 70s to the 90s. It's nobody on the Marlins. I'm going to go right up the coast. Nobody on the Tampa Bay. Don't think it's the Braves. Nationals weren't around. Orioles. Catcher for the Orioles. Sweet. Lance Parrish with the Tigers. God, it's really escaping me. It shouldn't escape me. I'm going to go in for a clue in a second. You did give me a clue that it's 78 to 90, the 90s. You did give me the clue. Sweet. Candy. It's not John Candelaria. Is this guy a catcher? Are you sure? I'm going to look in and go, are you sure he was a catcher? Because I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm checking. I'm going to look at the Periscope. Also Cards, Tigers, Braves. He was on the Cardinals. He was on the Tigers. He was on the Braves. God, I'm being embarrassed right now. Catcher? Greg Olson? Candy. Emma, do you have any idea? Toffee Bar. 2 first names.
I have a coffee bar?
Well, go ahead. You have a guess?
No, I have no idea.
Catcher. Last name is a candy bar. Give me some candy bars. Abba Zaba. Candy bar. M&M's. Snickers.
Yeah, I was Snickers, Butterfinger.
Fingers. It's not Raleigh Fingers.
Cheese, chocolate, Reese's. I don't know.
Twix? No, would that be a last name? Reese's. Kit Kat. Kit Kat. Cat. Kit Kat. Kit. No. I'm going to go look in the right now. You're listening to a podcast on a Periscope. We're playing the baseball card game. Stephen Brody Stevens here with Emma, Burbank, California, all things comedy. I'm going to look in to the Periscope. They're going to give me a clue where it's a catcher. He played on the Cardinals. He played on the Braves. He played on somebody else. It's involved with candy. I'm not sure. I don't understand. I really can't grasp it, and I'm being hard on myself. We're going to go in for another clue in the Periscope. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Clue in the Periscope. Comments. Babe Ruth. No. It's Babe Ruth? You said he was a catcher. Braves.
I mean, Babe Ruth is a type of candy, but that seems too easy.
Wreath bar. Wreath?
Wreath.
Hi.
Reese's?
Not one of you may think of Jeff said toffee bar. Good hint. What's a toffee? Mainly Mike Heath? It's Mike Heath? I think it's Mike Heath. I think it's Mike Heath. And you know what? I did think of Mike Heath, but Heath. It's not Mike Heath. It's not Mark Heath. Heath. Give me some first names. Fred Heath. Alan Heath. Alan Heath? Mark Heath? Alan Heath. Fred Heath. Mike Heath. It's Mike Heath. Is it Mike? It's Mike Heath. There you go. I knew it. That's how you play the baseball card game. You know what? When I said Mike Heath, at least right there, you could tell I knew what I was talking about. So I didn't think it would be a Mike Heath. That's my fault. That's totally my fault. And Jeff, that's a great hint. That's a great hint. And you know what? You want to do another round of the baseball card game for the podcast, for the Periscope. Would you like to do one? This is where the audience gets to dictate if we're going to play another round. Because that one, I felt like Mike Heath is a tough one because he's not a star and he's not a nobody. He's not a Jamie Villanueva and he's not a Sammy Sosa. He was right in the middle. I personally would have given a clue and said, hey, Brody, it's not Sammy Sosa, which some people said, but it's also not Villanueva. And then I would have gone, okay, how do I figure? Sammy's up high, Villanueva's up low, let's go in the middle. Boom. Heath? Oh yeah, Mike Heath. Didn't get that opportunity. Should we do one more round? Bleacher Jeff says one more round of the baseball card game here on All Things Comedy with Stephen Brody Stevens. 28 people watching in the Periscope. Tonight, I'll be at the world famous Comedy Store. I'm impressed. Yep, nailed it. We're saying we should do another round. Should I do one more round of the baseball card game here on All Things Comedy today with no guest in the brand new studio? I'm looking for interaction. Couple more. Smibbly Bibbly says couple more. That means we'll do one more. I have to get the okay. Official okay. Yes. Okay. I'm reaching in to the box. In fact, here's some cards here. Here's cards here. Now, when you're given a new batch of cards, when somebody comes up to you, because this happens in the baseball card game, people come up to you with like a batch of cards and you go, no, it has to be checked. I can't just accept your cards. You can't just accept cards when you play the game. Now, I was given a pack here. So what you do, you take the top off card. That's Burt Blyleven. That's a pack. You pull the bottom card, Dave Hollins. That would have been a tough one, but within the realm of the baseball card game. Now, I have these cards. I've selected this batch. I'll do a little shuffle. I'm shuffling. I mean, that's another option when you're doing a BCB, baseball card game, TBCB. You can shuffle. We've had dealers go on to work casinos. It's definitely, you do some card cutting. Definitely help your shuffling ability. I don't have good finger dexterity. I cannot juggle. Okay, here we go. I'm pulling a card out. Baseball card game. Feel the card. I will now close my eyes. Eyes closed. I cannot see the card. I see in the reflection. Eyes closed. Stephen Brody Stevens. Brody at BrodyStevens.com. All things Brody also on the internet, YouTube. Hopefully everything is good. You can find me on Barstool. You can find me on All Things Comedy. You can find me at the Comedy Store. You can find my special coming out. We're playing the baseball card game right now with our audience at home. Now, it's Valentine's Day, right? It's Valentine's Day 2018, February 14th. What you do is when you open up this podcast and begin listening, you link it up with February 14th, 2018 on the Periscope. So then you kind of enter that dimension. You see what I'm saying? So you can watch it, live it, be it. We're playing the baseball card game. I am now covering the card. Let's find out if the card has been seen. You guys got it? Easy for Brody. Okay, go ahead and give me a clue. Is it Kirby Puckett? Couldn't tell at first. Disneyland. Think Disneyland. 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 Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mantle? Mickey Mantle? No way. I don't have a Mickey Mantle card. Good one. Got it? Wait. Catcher. Mickey Tettleton. Mickey. It's not Mickey Tettleton? Goof. Disneyland, mountain, Magic Mountain, monorail, Disneyland, haunted, Disneyland. I think we have a bad connection. I can't figure out, when you have the Periscope is, I think the Periscope line has gone down. And you know what? That's what also could happen in the baseball card game. I did not anticipate that. I did not anticipate the Periscope going down. Classic Tigers catcher, Lance Parrish. We had him before, right? Is that who it is? Lance Parrish? Mickey Lolich? Mickey. Is it Mickey Lolich? Yes. I said Mickey Tettleton a long time ago. Oh my God. I said it a long time ago. It's Mickey Tettleton. I said it a long time ago. Oh man, I got screwed on the baseball card game. I did say Mickey. That hurts. I got it. Yes, had him before. Fruit Loops. I got it before. I said, oh, I want an inquiry done on the baseball card game. I want an inquiries done. Let me ask a question. Emma?
Yeah.
I have done, let me guess, 38 minutes.
53.
53 minutes. Wow, not bad. Let me ask at home, Periscope, should I feel good about this? I did get it, the Mickey Tettleton. I did get it. Periscope fail. Okay? I guess because of the connection. That's what's happening right now. I wish I knew. Mickey Tettleton, you got it. He said it. LOL. I did say it. Tettleton, you got it. Connection bad. Let me ask. Now, Jeff's become an administrator through the bad connection. A lot of times, you'll talk to the Periscoper, and you don't know if the connection. So I have to it's a windstorm. It's snow. It's sleet. We can barely hear. We're flashing lights. Jeff. Is the connection okay? Should we do one more card for the baseball card game? Jeff says yes. He's a good guy. Yes. Sun Halo says yes. This game will never, ever stop. They're going to have to drag me and my baseball cards out of here. That's what I'm doing. All right. Well, we'll go off the same stack of cards. What is it when you same cut of cards, same stack of cards? Do a little shuffling. I cannot see. I've selected a card. I'm assuming it's baseball, but it could be something else. Eyes will be closed. Card will be raised to the Periscope audience. Here we go. I'm holding the card. I'm holding it. I'm letting them soak in the card. Flipping it over. You let them see it. I feel it. I don't think it's a specialty card. Do not think it's a specialty card. Holding it. Showing the card on the camera to the Periscope audience. You're listening to Stephen Brody Stevens, All Things Comedy, episode number 20-something. Valentine's Day 2018. I'm putting the card down, hand over it, asking the audience. I'm looking at the Periscope. Do you have it? Do you have it? Tough one. Name print too small. Okay? It's so small, couldn't read it. Okay. What do you think? Pick a different card? Or do I leave the room? Do I show Emma the card and then have Emma write down the name and then hand it to you? What do you guys say? He wasn't good enough. No gloss. Test our knowledge. I'm going to try it one more time. I'm closing my eyes. I'm holding the card up. Is it somebody I know? Is it somebody I don't know? I'm going to give them the option. I'm going to give them the full option. Do you have it? Couldn't see it. All right, well, let's see what they couldn't see. Let's see what they couldn't see. Barry Jones. No. Let's reach in. Final one. We're playing the baseball card game. We have to end on something. Reaching in. Reaching in. I have fished out a card. I have a card in my hand. I have a card in my hand on the game. I have the card in my hand. Let's see what happens here. Closing eyes, card up to the camera. It could be somebody. It could be nobody. I have no idea what sport it is, who it is. I just have to have you acknowledge it. I have to have you acknowledge it. This is the baseball card game. Okay. Let's ask. Do you have it? Got it. Okay, Bleacher Jeff has it. Bleacher Jeff has it. Smibbly has it. They have it. It's been locked in. It's now locked in. And we can all take a breath. Let's all take a breath because you don't want to jump. I've seen that before, where you are so eager, the adrenaline, the excitement will kind of like throw you off a little bit. You know it so well that you don't know it because the adrenaline, as I mentioned, the excitement, the testosterone will actually block it out. It's kind of a weird thing. So don't be too excited. Take a breath. We are playing the baseball card game here on All Things Comedy with Stephen Brody Stevens. Jeff has the name. The activation is in process. I sound like the guy from is in process. The Trevor Noah from The Daily Show. Okay, here we go. Looking at the Periscope audience, they have the name. Jeff has the name, specifically Jeff, who's the administrator, who is activated the baseball. This will be a good one. San Francisco outfielder. Oh, yes, of course. Barry Bonds. Got it. That's how you play the baseball card game. Is it Barry Bonds? You have to throw out a basic one. No. Okay, I did not see that coming. That's one of the disappointments of the baseball card game. Again, they said it would be a good one, almost an easy one. So when I heard I was thrown outfielder, San Francisco, it's an easy one. When I just told you guys, let's not overdo it, boom, it's not Barry Bonds. So I just got embarrassed on national Periscope, an international podcast. San Francisco Giant outfielder. Now let me ask a question, because when you get, we call it jammed, in the game jammed. It's a baseball card game, but if you get jammed in the baseball card game, you get to come back with a question. I got jammed on the Barry Bonds, let's be honest. So that allows you a question. When you go, yeah, he got jammed. Now you get the chance. So my question to you, I'll say Bleacher Jeff, it's not Barry Bonds, but my question is, and this is a big one, we've played this game, is he African American or Aryan? Simple question. I'm allowed that. I was jammed. Is he Aryan? Is he once made a famous barehand catch? He would be African American, and that man would be Kevin Mitchell. Bingo. Right there. Got it. Nailed it. Kevin Mitchell. You said one-handed catch, and I got it. That's how you play the baseball card game. I figured out this card he gave me 2 hints. San Francisco Giant outfielder. Boom. Got it. Made a catch with his bare hand. Boom. Bare hand, Mitchell. Got it. Who would know that? Probably a lot of people. I say we wrap it up. Emma?
Yeah, what's up?
Let me ask. Should I feel good about this podcast?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Uh-oh. Here we go.
Well, I wasn't sure if you were asking your Periscope friends.
You're the only.
About it.
What do you mean, of course?
Why would you feel bad about it?
I don't know. I've got in trouble on a barstool thing. I'm getting it, it's like, who knows what people are thinking. Did I say anything crazy?
No, I don't think you did. I think you had a pretty solid day. Pretty solid episode.
Let's ask. Nailed it. Liberty. I think she liked it. Great podcast. Bleacher Jeff. He'll be honest. This guy's in Chicago. He'll be honest with you. Here's another Sammy Sosa. Only Jeff liked it. Great. Destroyed it. I completely misread. Thought it was a Keith. I'm okay. Always okay if I have those 20 to 30. I'm teaching a class. I'm teaching a workshop. Tonight I'll be at the Comedy Store. On point. We had fun. We'll be getting guests today. When I found out today that this was going to be a brand new studio, I said, I feel for you, Emma. Oh, Emma's having Haley thinks that you, Emma, are being put through torture with the baseball card game.
I just don't know anything about baseball, so I just kind of watch y'all play.
There you go. She's learning, but I didn't mean Haley didn't take a shot at you, but I did feel like I got ganged up on. Anyway, I shouldn't look at these cards because next week we may use them. I feel like it was a successful show. The lighting is great. I'm going for my bachelor's party in TBC, the baseball card game. Yep, going for my bachelor's party in the baseball card game. Always teaching the rubes. Thank you, Monica. We have Haley, LOLOL. All my regulars, thank you. I want to say we'll be back next week. Emma did a great job. Believe me, I will be getting guests. I just felt like today, with me doing new shows, me traveling, we have the studio is a new one. I felt like I needed to devote my time to figuring out the layout of the studio. Playing the baseball card game through Periscope was something that I've been needing to do. And also developing a rapport with Emma here in the studio, the new studio, getting used to the lighting, the outlets, and things of that nature. You've been listening to Stephen Brody Stevens and All Things Comedy. You could tell that I probably need a little rest. Been speaking a lot today. Also, I have a show tonight. You can find me at the Comedy Store tonight, Valentine's Day 2018. So when you listen to this podcast and you watch this Periscope, know that I was at the Comedy Store on those days. So let's go ahead and read the final interactions here between Stephen. I'm tired. You can tell I'm tired. How many people on a podcast will admit I'm tired? I'm tired. I'm going to wrap it up. I don't think I've seen many podcasts end with a host actually just, I'm tired. I'm going to go. You don't see that. But you know what? This podcast is real. It's different. It's unique. The baseball card game, TBCG, it's been trademarked. TBCG. It's like TCBGY, right? The country's best yogurt. And Mr. Darcy, I'd love to do a couple more, but I gotta wrap it up today. Get the man a coffee. I want to say thank you very much. I had a great time. I really did. And I'm going to go eat. I'm going to go rest up. I will shave tomorrow. Also, you can find me at the Comedy Store tonight. Brody at BrodyStevens.com. Brody is me friend on Twitter. Brody is me friend on Instagram. My comedy special, will be available on several different platforms later in the months of June and July. I have a website, BrodyStevens.com, StephenBrodyStevens.com. Any mail, any I don't want to say packages. I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea. Send them to the Comedy Store. You can find me in West Hollywood, California, at the world famous Comedy Store. I accept gifts there. I have an Amazon PayPal wish list. PayPal. Prince of Periscope, 818, something like that. You can find me on that. Any donation goes back into the operation. This is not wasted on vacations. It's not wasted on frivolous toys, drones, and things in that realm. And it's for 24-hour energy shots. It's for Starbucks. It's for cashews. It's for protein bars. It all goes back into the operation. I will be also having an album, I believe, come out too. An album, a audio version of the special coming out. So we have that to look forward to. Mom is doing well. I need to call her, and I need to pick up my mail from my sister. See, I have women in my life. Daisy's a woman. My mom's a woman. My sister is a woman. 3 women in my life. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to Stephen Brody Stevens here on All Things Comedy in Burbank, California. One final loop into the Periscope chat room. Let's see how they're doing. Daisy needs kisses. Yes, she does. My little baby Daisy. I love kissing her little peanut head. My little girl. Happy Valentine's Day to the beautiful SBS family. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. Drums. I won't be doing drums here today. It's a little too soon for that. And that's about it. I think everyone's wiped out. We've done a great job. It's been a lot of Brody time recently, and I appreciate that. And tonight, I'd love to get you back into the stand-up comedy world. I am blessed. I am lucky enough to say that, hey, tonight, I will be at the world-famous Comedy Store. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. This is fun, and the show is only growing. It's only getting better. I am crushing the content game, and that's how we're doing it. That's how we're doing it. I was told it was a great show. Break a leg. It's a great show, and that is something to end on. The show was great. Break a leg. Enjoy it. Stephen Brody Stevens signing off for All Things Comedy Festival of Fun. It certainly was. Enjoy. We'll wrap that up. Now we're officially in post-scope. We are now officially in post-scope. Should I feel good about the scope? I have no idea. Should I feel good about everything? I need to know from my audience. If they say no, we'll delete the file. Post-scope show, freeze frames rule. We're in post-scope right now. I thought it was pretty good for what it was. Nice job. Excellent scope. It's content. I'm giving them content. You're the dog. There you go. I thought it was good. So I want to say thank you guys. I appreciate it. I felt like we were the guests. You kind of were. Hey, Stephen, I'm digging the new studio. But do you think it will play well on a podcast? With today's Periscope, play well on a podcast. With the Periscope, play well on the podcast. I got to get some food and go to sleep. Take a nap. All right, guys, thank you very much. Enjoy. Feel good after a long nap. Yes, it will. Yes, nailed it. Always wonderful. I trust you. You know what? I trust you guys. I don't need to have 50 people telling me I'm great. I'm looking for 5 people to say you've done it. And you know, it's also a fun thing to say, do you think? Anyway. And when I go, should I feel? It's funny to me to be saying that. No, but we'll move on to something else next time. Come on to a new phrase. I got to go. I'll see you later. Thank you. 1% battery life.